Hey, my name is Devin and welcome to All Things Food, a culinary journal. On today's episode, we'll be making my little take on a burnt Basque cheesecake. The cheesecake is also called a San Sebastian cheesecake. As the name suggests, this famous little cheesecake hails from the Basque region in Spain, but is said to have originated from a cafe called La Viña in the 1990s. This cake is a beautiful marriage of copious amounts of cream cheese, eggs, and sugar, and is definitely not for the faint-hearted or for the health conscious. This recipe is best eaten the day after it's baked, just after the cheesecake has some time to relax in the fridge. So if you are going to make this recipe, just make sure you think about this in advance. If you're ready, sit back, relax, and let's get cooking. So this recipe needs a little bit of pre-planning. So let's begin by taking out our cream cheese, eggs, and cream, and letting them come up to room temperature. This will help with the mixing and the baking of the cheesecake. While the ingredients are coming up to room temperature, let's prep out a springform tin. For this recipe, I'll be using a 9-inch or 22 centimeter springform tin. The cheesecake should rise a fair bit during the cooking process, so we're going to be using 2 sheets of baking paper to line the tin. This will give it just enough room to rise without spilling over. Now, let's move on to our topping. I really love the sweet tartness of raspberries, and I think it makes the perfect accompaniment to any ultra-rich cheesecake, such as the Burnt Basque Cheesecake. Place a small pot on a medium heat. Add in 1 cup of fresh, or in my case, frozen raspberries. Then we're going to add 1/4 cup of white sugar. Next, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of water. And then finally, we're going to add in our 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Using a spoon, gently press the raspberries to break them down into the mixture. We're going to cook the raspberries for about 5 to 10 minutes, or until the mixture begins to thicken. Once the mixture has a syrupy consistency, remove it from the heat and allow it to cool down. Place the sauce in a jar and store in the fridge for later. Let's preheat our oven for the cheesecake. Set your oven to 210 degrees Celsius or 410 degrees Fahrenheit on the fan bake setting. In a bowl, we're going to add in our room temperature cream cheese. Sometimes the cream cheese can still be a little hard, so I tend to use a spatula to begin the mixing process. Now that the cream cheese has become more workable, we're going to add in 1 cup or 230 grams of white sugar. Using a whisk or a hand mixer, combine the cream cheese and sugar until smooth. Once smooth, we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Next, we're going to zest half a lemon. Lightly run the zester on the lemon, making sure you don't get any of the white pith in the zest. Next, we're going to add the zest to the mixture. Now we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of lemon juice to the bowl. I do this as the lemon zest gives the cheesecake that amazing subtle lemon smell, but the juice helps cut through the rich taste of the cheesecake. Next, we're going to sprinkle in 1 teaspoon of salt into the bowl. Now let's mix up all our ingredients together until everything is smooth and combined. Let's move on to our eggs. I like to break my eggs into a measuring jug first, just so I don't get any shells into the mixture. Once done, pour all your eggs into the bowl. Now, let's whisk all the ingredients so that everything gets incorporated well. Once all the eggs are combined, I use a spatula to scrape the bowl, making sure any excess cream cheese, sugar, or any other ingredient is not left behind. Now, we're going to add in 1 cup or 250 milliliters of pouring cream into the bowl. Lastly, we're going to sift through 2 tablespoons of white all-purpose flour. This will help the cheesecake firm up a little bit during the cooking process. Give everything in the bowl one final mix, making sure all our ingredients are well combined. Now, let's pour our creamy cheesecake mixture into our lined springform tin. We're going to place the tin in the middle rack of our preheated oven. Allow it to bake for 50 or 55 minutes, or until the top has a rich, dark caramelized color. Once the cheesecake is done, allow it to cool down to room temperature completely before placing it into a fridge for 2 or 3 hours. I like to leave mine overnight, just so it gives the cheesecake a chance to firm up. When you're ready to serve, remove the springform tin. Then slowly peel back the baking paper, exposing the beautiful caramel-kissed edges and that rich burnt top. Now, place a generously sized piece of cheesecake on a plate, and we're going to drizzle over that beautiful raspberry sauce for that finishing touch. And there you have it, a beautiful, rich, burnt Basque cheesecake with a raspberry sauce. You'll definitely want to give this one a shot. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little food adventure. As always, I'll be creating more videos in the weeks to come, so if you'd like to see more of me just cooking in my kitchen, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Thanks again for watching All Things Food, and I will see you next time.